Right, so compound and simple interest. Important ideas. Compound interest is how you make money if there's an interest rate worth speaking of. Anyway, let's start off. Mary scored 14 out of 20. Find it as a percentage. Really straightforward, as long as you remember that you can write out of as a fraction. 14 out of 20. Okay, well that's a fraction. Percentage is just a fraction with 100 on the bottom. This one's got 20. I need 100, so I'm going to just times it by 5 to get 100. 14 times 5 is 70, so that's 70%. This thing here just means out of 100. 35% of 240. Okay, well, again, 100% is 240. 10% is 24. And 5% is half of 10%, so it's 12. And I'm not going to work out 1%, that's because I can see I can make 35% out of 10s and 5s. So 35% is 3 lots of 10% plus a 5%. And it happens to be that I know that 10% is 24, so it's 3 24s, and 5% is 12. So 3 24s is 72. 72 plus 12 is 84. So it's 84. And that's question 2. Now, compound interest. Compound interest is where you get interest on your interest. So what you've got to do here, you're very careful, because what some people do is they do simple interest by accident, where you work out 4% of this and double it. But that's not what you do here. There's a very nice little formula. So first of all, we take our 4% interest. And interest is going up in this case. So that is a 100% plus 4%, which is 104%. And we divide that by 100. And you find out that the multiplier is 1.04. This is the multiplier. Don't worry if this is a little bit confusing to you. You might have seen it slightly differently, but that's how you do it nonetheless. Now we take our money, £3,000, and we multiply it by 1.04, and that increases it by 4%. But we want to do that for 2 years running, so we put a power 2 on it. And then we put that into the calculator. So 3,000 times 1.04, and there is a button that lets you type in powers, so that you could use the squared one here, and for that you'll get £324.48. And be very careful that you do this correctly when you see compound interest, because it's very easy to make the classic mistake and treat it as simple interest. Okay, Kylie has got £1,000 and she wants to invest it for 1 year, so she considers 2 of these investments and she wants the greatest return. So let's do investment A first of all, a little bit shorter space here. So she gets £2.39 per month. So £2.39 times 12, and £2.39 times 12 is equal to £28.68. So there we are, £28.68. And then at the end of the year, she gets £4.50. And that's her bonus. So if we add that on, she gets £33.18. And that is the amount of money she earns for investment A on top of her £1,000. Investment B, £1,000 earns 3.29% interest per annum. So 3.29% of 1,000. So I'm going to do 1,000 times, now be careful here, 0.0329. So that gives you 32.9. And you can see that investment B is not as good.